During the weekend, Sydney the investor and his family have gone off on a weekend in the mountains, and Sydney's heard a lot of birds out in the mountains, and that's when he starts to think, this thing could work, and starts to think about, but what are you going to call it? And he starts to think about brand architecture. He starts to imagine in the mountains how other people using a similar app on their mobile device, anywhere in the world in fact, might be also wanting to themselves understand what all these bird calls are that are near them. So picking up his mobile phone, Sydney calls David, the publisher, and says in his initial conversation, what do you know about brand architecture?
I'm actually up in the mountains with the family, having a great time here, and it's funny. I've actually started noticing all these bird sounds, and made me think of you guys. So look, I want to meet with you on Monday. You guys really need to think about the brand architecture on how you're going to go about this. It's extremely important that you think of a really good name that is catchy and that is unique, but also something where you can go and secure all the other relevant domains. So think about, is this a global product? Do you need the .com, the .com.au, any other geographic locations? Think about Twitter handles, think about logo design, and again, back to the conversation we had last week as to who's the audience and what are they going to react to. So are you taking notes? Because this is pretty important.
Yeah. No, look, some of those things we have considered, of course, already. Some of them are what we would do for any book that we publish. The URLs are, increasingly important. We buy URLs across a range of areas for books that we publish. But you write about social media, those areas.
And check the App Store. The App Store will have name restrictions as well. Make sure that if this is going to be an app on the Apple App Store, you've got you've got the unique name there as well.
No, we'll do that. Yes.
Good. All right. We'll talk more about this on Monday. Give me a come in on Monday morning.
Good. See you then.
Okay, mate. So let's get right into it. Separate to the brand and the name, what we're going to call it, there's a whole bunch of IP rights that we need to think about. Have you guys thought about if there's any part of this that you can trademark? As soon as this comes out, you're going to have a lot of competition breathing down your neck, and copycats will jump out.
Which is why it needs to be, we have to put together a very tight and wide-ranging plan from the start, which we've been looking at with our developer. And the branding, the visual branding is critical to these sort of things as it is with a book. So we do understand that.
Is there any aspect of the design that you think we can patent? I mean, unless the user interface is really schmick, it's going to be tough to hold back other competitors unless we've got something lodged.
Look, I think with an online publication like this, we need to have a very catchy icon that people will remember, like the Twitter icon, conveniently, that people will just immediately identify as our product.